Normally, I post a moment of inspiration once or twice a month. But here now in the month of June, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to be posting every week in celebration of 50 years of marriage to my wife Brenda. On June 19th, we will be celebrating 50 years of being together as husband and wife. You know, Brenda and I met on the campus of Dillard University in the summer of 1970. I had just graduated and she was an incoming freshman. Yep, fresh out of high school. We got engaged in the fall of 1970 and we were married in June of 1971. We spent our first year of marriage in two different states. I was working on my master's degree in Christian education and sacred music at Colgate Rochester Divinity School and the Eastman School of Music in Rochester, New York, and she was an accounting major at Southern University in Baton Rouge. You know, if they had frequent flyer miles back then, we'd still be flying free. I guarantee you. After that academic year, she transferred to Rochester Institute of Technology, where she completed her work for her degree. After having been married 3 years, our first child came along, Eli III. We called him Trey. Graduate of Princeton University and now pastor of the St. Albans Congregational United Church of Christ in Jamaica, Queens. 2.5 years later, our second child came along, Tony. He was a singer, songwriter, producer. His professional name is T.L. Cross. He's the founder of Cross Academy of the Performing Arts, and he has a live video podcast every Sunday night on Instagram called Wild TL Cross Live. I had someone just a few days ago ask me, what is the secret to being together for 50 years? Well, there ain't no secret, other than the fact that you just make up your mind to commit yourself to making it work no matter what. I'm not a marriage counselor, not trying to be a marriage counselor, but I can share with you, and I'll probably do it throughout the month, some of the things that Brenda and I have learned throughout the years of our marriage. One of the first things, and I think very important, is communication. Good communication is vital in a marriage. We found out that communication is the meeting of meanings, MEANINGS. And by that, what I mean is that one spouse does not walk away after having discussed an issue or argued about an issue. One spouse does not walk away having heard something that the other spouse didn't say. Listening is selfless giving. If you want to give her a gift, give her the gift of listening. It's better than giving roses. In conjunction with that, you have to let go of your need to win. You get into a discussion or an argument, but one spouse just cannot let it go until they've had the last word or they feel like they've won. At the center of winning is competition. And marriage will have a difficult time working if you operate as competitors rather than partners. The third and last thing that I'll offer is that one of the things that we found that was important in making a relationship last is a good memory. Remembering the good times, remembering the laughter, remembering the silly things, remember the places you used to go or have been, remembering the romantic times. Memory plays a very, very important role in relationship longevity. I thank God for the memories of the time that I've spent with you. Sometimes I smile all to myself
when I remember the silly things we used to do. Years have brought us ups and downs. They have brought us joy and pain. But the joy that lingers in my heart, I will remember again and again. What will you remember about our time together? What will you remember about our life? I hope you remember all the joy we've shared. Remember how I tried to be right there for you. Remember when we were young and we didn't have a care. We'd jump in our car and we'd go here and there, not even knowing sometimes where the road would end. Because the most important thing for us was the love we shared, the joy, the trust, and knowing that this love we shared would last. What will you remember about our time together? What will you remember? Remember about our life. I know you remember the times we had to be apart. The lonely days and nights were hard, so hard. Remember when our children were born, had to learn to be a new mommy and daddy, how we love family. I remember how you made us all a priority. I remember so well how blessed I felt. God chose you for me and not someone else, and how my love for you, it grows with each new day. I'll always remember the way God brought us together. I'll always remember the day that I met you. I'll always remember that twinkle in your brown eyes and the warm feeling I felt inside for you. I remember. I hope you remember. I remember. I hope you remember. Do you remember? I hope you remember. Ooh.